Hey, what up everybody, I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War on PS4. And today, in the background, we're gonna have Blue Guild Wars, which I don't like doing later in the week because on different consoles, different platforms, people have different colors on different days. So the later in the week I do it, the less people it helps. So I don't like doing this later in the week. It's Thursday. You know, you already had Tuesday and Wednesday, so maybe you already had blue, and this is going to help less people. I know it will help people in the future, but then you have to come back and look for it. How many people are going to do that? I don't know. So, what I want to do for commentary while we watch my Blue Guild Wars, which wasn't perfect by the way, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you're going to have some fun today. Wasn't perfect. Looks like I have a chance at Paragon though. Andy went 3-2, so if I can do better than that. He went 3-2 yesterday, and I went 5-0, so I went 5-0 the first 2 days. So if I jump on that, maybe I can get Paragon back. So anyway, what I want to do though, instead of talk about Blue Guild Wars, which you can still watch, you can still see my team, you can still see everything, so you should be able to get something out of that. Is to go over your guys' comments from the last video. So I'll read your comments and I'll answer them. Even if I already answered them, other people might want to hear this stuff. So maybe you asked a question they wanted to ask, or maybe they never thought to ask, or whatever. So I think people can get something out of your comments and what I would say to those comments, because sometimes they're questions, sometimes they're teams, sometimes it's just an observation or a constructive criticism. So I'm just gonna look on my phone, see what we got for some comments, and just answer them like I would anyway, which on some of them I already answered, so, and I still will, because that's how I always do the channel. I'm always gonna try to respond if I can. Let's see, what do we got? But yeah, before we get started, hit the like button. Obviously, it helps me a ton, and it's free. Give me a thumb, and so we can get out to more people, so we can get more subscribers, more views, all that. The channel will go up. I'll do more videos. You know, have more money to put into the channel, so the channel gets better. I don't know what's wrong with my voice this morning either. Damn it. And consider joining, becoming a member. $1.99. You get a shout out, emojis, badges, special members only messages. $4.99 you get all the videos early, and $9.99 you get to tell me what the video is going to be about. One of the videos a month, each month. Alright, so I'm on the last video, the Red Guild Wars Day, and I had said that Sunspear has a firestorm at the start of every turn. Diablos has a firestorm at the start of battle. Just wanted to clear that up. I think you should level one of the two to 100 as soon as possible. Perhaps this makes Sunspear the easy choice. And Trapped Within the System said, Sinnycool, Sunspear has always been recommended top team in most guilds to 100. Fireblade with Infernus and Yao Flame of Fire. And yeah, I think I knew that. I just, I don't know. I was just trying to say that with Titan, Sentinel, Monk, Plague Lord, all those classes, and there's more, Thief, all those, where does Sunspear fit in? You know, I'm sure it's one of the top 5, especially now, after more time with it. Like, I didn't use it that much, so I can only go by my experiences, you know? So if some other person says a mythic is good, I could go ahead and say it's good and take their word for it, or I can use it and then decide for myself. So that's what it was with Sunspear. Like, somebody else might have said it's good and it's top 5, but I haven't had much time with it because I just started using Phoenicia and all that stuff. Just started needing a Firestorm. So, whether it's true or not, which it is, like Sunspear is probably a top 5 class to level. My thing I was saying was, if two classes do the same thing, but the thing that they do is like the best thing, does that make that a top 5 class? That other class that you'll never use because you're using the better one of the two always? Like between Sentinel and Titan? Should it be Titan, Sentinel, Sunspear, or should it be Titan, Sunspear, Sentinel? That's all I was saying. I was like having probably a useless argument with myself, but whatever. But yeah, Sunspear top 5 class probably. Make sure you level it up. And thanks for the clarification, Trapped. You're always a great commenter. And when I respond, please don't take it like the wrong way. I don't know. I have like a devil's advocate kind of attitude for some reason sometimes, so I hope this don't backfire just with the way I talk and my attitude, because I definitely don't mean any disrespect or anything, and I really appreciate every single comment. And I hope this makes more people comment and not less, because I really love the comments. Ben Templar says, requires level 40, but after that it levels very fast with Phoenicia Explorer. I think he's talking about Hierophant, which I don't know why. My phone is just... I think Ben Templar is talking about Hierophant. It's another class that has Firestorm. But it requires level 40, but after that it levels very fast with Phoenicia Explorer. So you can level up these classes, Hierophant, Diabolist, Sunspear, with the Phoenicia Explorer team. And I just said better than Diabolist and Sunspear. I'll give it a look. Which is true. I haven't had much time with Hierophant, so I'll definitely check it out. So that's another one you could do with the Firestorm. Hugh, his name, it says X Luong. He said he doesn't know why it says that, but Hugh, one of our members, said, "Great job on the Guild War battles, man. Thanks for sharing those." Yeah, no problem. It's kind of nerve-wracking because look at the blue Guild Wars here. Like, I'm having trouble with that one. It's frustrating, so don't really like doing them live, because then you'd hear a bunch of cussing and pounding on stuff and stuff getting thrown around the room. Nah, I'm just kidding, but you definitely hear a bunch of cursing. Which I think I went 5-0 on this one, so that probably wouldn't have been as bad. And he said, Sunspear and Stormcaller were my first classes to level. I based most of my teams on having a constant Storm, so I left Titan at 50 to get those up first. Hope that doesn't bite me later, LOL. And yeah, Titan is probably the best class in the game. I've heard that over and over and over, and I've used it a ton. It has Rock Solid, which gives you a barrier every time you match Brown, so if you need Brown, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone by getting a barrier, and you can constantly apply that barrier while matching Brown, which you probably need. My tongue doesn't want to work this morning. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, and it has many other good things like Impervious, Dust Storm. There's many things. You can get some stun going. You can get some more attack. So yeah, Titan's supposedly the #1 class. I agree with that. I would advise everyone to at least get to Rock Solid with Titan. And Impervious is good too, so. Anything else with that there? Hold on a second. But yeah, I'm totally reevaluating my class order, because I kind of want to. It used to be, I know I keep saying this, but it used to be whatever the best class is. So it would be Titan, then Sentinel, then I'm not, and I know Sentinel's probably not a top 5 anymore, but used to be. So it used to be like Titan, then Sentinel, then let's say Monk now. But if I don't use Monk and I don't use Sentinel, why would I level those? I could do Titan, then Thief, then Sunspear, then Frost Mage, then Plague Lord, you know? Stuff I actually use, and not just because it's the best. So I need to reevaluate the order of class leveling that I would recommend. Titan would still be first, so if you want to get started. Thief's a good one, Sunspear, Plague Lord, Monk. Lofty, last of the famous international playboys. He says, "My guild hates Guild Wars. How are you, mate?" As for, I don't want to do his personal stuff here, but if you want to see it, I guess you can just read it in the comments. But talking about how he's off work right now because of what's going on. But my guild hates Guild Wars too, Lofty. If you could see in my guild chat, they all hate it. Even the guy that's Paragon, he hates it. Let's see what else we have here. He says, Lofty goes on to say his guild boss tells him not to worry about it. About Guild Wars. That's what my guild, my leader says as well. He says, don't worry about upgrading Sentinels, or... all they say is... Alright. Yeah, but my guild leader says the same thing. Don't worry about Guild Wars, except for your defense and making sure you play every day each battle. They don't care if you win or lose. They don't care if you do your Sentinels. Save gems by not doing your Sentinels. If your guild leader tells you he doesn't care about Sentinels, it costs a bunch of gems to do Sentinels. So if they don't care, then don't do them, because you don't really gain anything unless you're in like bracket 1 or 2 or whatever. What else do we got here? All this other stuff's more personal stuff with Lofty, so I don't want to talk about that. Oh yeah, here's where Ben said, Hierophant also good for fire, as you get extra magic for Phoenicia teams. So that's what Ben Templar had said, and I had responded to. So these are kind of out of order, so my bad. Trapped Within the System said he's been out for a while, and he's back now, and I really appreciate you being back, man. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Trapped Within the System, awesome commenter, subscriber, watches both my videos. I got Gems of War and Dark Souls. Most of you only watch the Gems of War, and I understand. Some people watch both, and I really appreciate it. It's my passion project, the Dark Souls. Trap said, yes, 30 total moves. Goblins count as extra turns to the 30. If you want to always use doomed weapons and skull smashers or spells that damage all fairy fire troops, you can score 9750 max per day, which is extremely hard. If you're high-end player and weak guild fighting dead guild, it's possible. So confirmed a couple things there. 30, if you win in 30 moves or less, which extra turns do count, then you don't lose any points. And the max score is 9750. So two things I didn't know, and I know there's you can go looking for the guide now about how to score Guild Wars. I think I'm doing fine. I get Paragon a lot, so that's why I don't like seek it out. I probably should, since I have a channel and I'm giving out information to people. But I guess fully charged isn't a thing anymore. I think we'll see in some of these comments, but 9750 is the top score, and if you can do your battles in 30 turns or less, you won't lose any points. And Trap said he's been part of top guilds, and that's how he learned that information. And someone else said that it's out there somewhere, probably on the forum or the... I don't look into... like, I'm not on the forum a lot, and I don't like the devs that much, so I'm not really around them that much, because they totally act like I don't exist, and they like want to marry KeyLime for whatever reason, and he's fine, he's cool and everything. He's not my cup of tea, but they just gush over him like so much, like gushing. It's weird. It's sick. Like they gush over that guy, and it's gonna come off as jealousy or whatever. But he only has a couple hundred more subscribers than me, and I reached 1,000 first, so I'm not really jealous, but it's just weird. I'm kind of jealous of their gushing over him. They talk about Tacet a little bit. They should be talking about him. They should be gushing over him. He's the one that's got this game out there to everybody. Probably made them a lot of money by having 12, 13,000 subscribers. This other guy just comes on the scene, bursts to the top, probably paid for some Google whatever to get his channel blowed up, and they gush over him for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, no hard feelings. Like, he's awesome. He's smart. He's cool. He's nice. I just don't get why they pick him to gush over when Tacet has 13,000 subscribers. And they do talk about him, but they gush over KeyLime like he's the best thing in the world. He doesn't even have 3,000 subscribers. Like, I don't get it. And I hope I don't lose any subscribers talking down on him. Like, I'm not talking down on the devs. And Trapped also says that a few troops seem to do multiple things to help boost score, like Wild Queen. For some reason, troops that boost healing make it worse, since the enemy can do more damage to you. So Divinia is good, but having 200 health, overcasting it, and getting hurt keeps adding to the total damage enemy did to you. So he's basically saying it's better to have like offensive troops that are doing damage than defensive troops that are healing yourself, because that just gives the enemy more chances to damage you. MG, always with the constructive criticism. MG, I appreciate it though, man. Sinnycool, it isn't that big of a secret. The devs told us. Well, I'm glad he gave me the link. That's good. That's why he's wondering why I wanted to finish battle fully charged. That isn't meant by mana efficiency. Well, I'm glad they finally told us how a game mode works. I'm glad they finally did. But here's a link here in the description of the Red Guild Wars video, if you want to click on that. We have a link, points scoring for Guild Wars. I guess they finally told us how to do it. So thank you, MG, for that link. I don't even know how to say this name, but Fufu, he or she always comments, and I appreciate it, because that helps as much as a like. If you comment, you can do a lot of things for free. You can subscribe, you can like, you can view the video, you can comment. All those things help. You can put it in a playlist, you can share it to like Twitter or Instagram or whatever. You can tell other people to subscribe and about the channel. Some people do that. They tell their guild. That's 29 other people. DS Zombie Q says, "Hey, new sub here. Don't ever think that we watch your channel with the expectation to see a perfect game if you stream during Guild Wars. It is okay if you make mistakes. We are still watching your channel. Learn from what we see and still respect you. No, really, we still do. I am new to Gems of War and wanted to see what the heck is that all about when it said Red Team Day or whatever. The color each day. Thank you for sharing, and don't be bashful. Start streaming. That way people can ask questions and learn. Have confidence in yourself. Cheers." I have live streamed before, but I appreciate all your kind words. And I do plan on doing it. The only reason I don't, and it doesn't really have anything to do with like confidence or whatever. It has to do with my household. They're just crazy screaming maniacs in my house, so it's hard to live stream because you can't like shut a live stream off at the blink of an eye, you know? Something crazy happens and somebody bursts into the room doing cartwheels, then and it's during a live stream. That's harder to shut down than like a video, like a standalone video. It's easier to shut down a standalone video or pause it and resume it later. You can't pause a live stream and resume it later, like, without it being clunky and weird. So that's why I don't do live streaming, because at any moment the house could catch on fire and 5 people could come in here doing cartwheels and screaming. So at any time of day, 3 in the morning. So that's why I don't live stream. And then the Red Team Day thing is just for Guild Wars. So if you're in a guild, You have to use a certain color each day, and you have to use a team that uses all of that color to get a high score. That's what the red team day thing is. But I appreciate your comment. That makes me feel good that you guys just come to see me and what I'm doing, and don't expect me to be perfect. I was talking to Loot Wizard about that. I was talking to him about how it's hard to try to be a Gems of War expert when I don't know. It's not even my favorite game in the world. Like, it's one of my favorite games, and I probably shouldn't be saying this either. So y'all are getting like the freaking stuff I shouldn't say video with the KeyLime thing and the not Gems of War not being my favorite game thing, but it's not my favorite game in the world. It could be top 10, top 20. I play it every day, so that says something. I make videos for it, that says something. I'm good at it, that says something. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, it's hard to be an expert at this game. And I feel like with a channel and everything, I feel like I want to be an expert at the game, but I'm not. Like, I don't know everything about it. I'm not the best. I'm not the best at making teams. I'm not going to win. I'm not in bracket 1. I'm not in the #1 guild. I'm in like a number 17 guild on PS4. I'm in bracket 3 or 4. I'm the Paragon sometimes. I'm level 1230. I mean, you can learn things if you watch my channel, but you're not going to always get meta, expert, always right, always flawless. Like, you're not going to get that here. You might get 90% right, 90% flawless, 90% expert, but maybe that's what you want. I don't know. Excuse me. Drock Savage said, Flammifier did more red. And he's comparing it to what the other weapon was for the Ferocity team from Friday. I think it's a Rage Reaver. Somebody mentioned to use Rage Reaver instead of Flammifier. And no, I don't think Flammifier did more red. All I was saying was that I used Rage Reaver, which was recommended by Crazy Border. So I tried it off video. I was using Flammifier with the 3 Ferocities, and it was working fine. But I switched to Rage Reaver. Maybe I was hoping it would work better. Maybe it works better. Maybe I'm just used to Flammifier. But I switched to Rage Reaver. I personally didn't think it was doing much more than Flammifier. I personally thought Flammifier, I was just going to stick with it because it was working. And I made it all the way to the end. I got all the rewards. I got to like level 300, 400 or whatever it is in the delve. So I didn't have any problems. I didn't lose at all. Didn't lose any troops using Flammifier. So Rage Reaver may be better. It probably does more red. I'm sure there's proof that it does, because Flammifier only does 10. Rage Reaver is a Tauros weapon. Ferocities are Tauros, however you say it. So yes, Rage Reaver's probably better. It probably does more red, all that. All I was saying is I used Flammifier, and it worked. It got me all the way to the end. I had no problems at all. I didn't feel like I needed something else. I did try it. I did try Rage Reaver, and it worked fine too. It was good. It was fine. But it wasn't amazing, oh my god, I gotta switch to this weapon. It wasn't that. So I didn't switch, I went back to Flammifier. Because it wasn't, oh my god, this thing is making the whole board red. No, it was like, oh, it's making 11 instead of 10, or whatever. I don't know. It's probably more than that, somebody will say, but that might be all the time we have here. Somebody said, if I remember, Flammifier is yellow-brown, so you can't use it in red day. I mean, we were discussing about a different video, Costus1010. We weren't talking about Guild Wars. We were talking about a delve event, so don't use it on red day for Guild Wars, Costus. But yeah, so comment if you want to get your comments read. If I might do this again, like, share, subscribe, consider hitting join, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.